Shot in the arm, and you're to blame, Biden. You give freedom a bad name. Good morning and welcome to Grim Survival. Thank you, Trusting God First, for getting those lyrics stuck in my head. I just couldn't help but to sing it and go live just a little bit early just for that reason. So, yeah, here I am. I've been sitting here talking for a bit. So, good morning to all of you again. Thanks for being here. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can or not. So, yeah. I got a few things to go over this morning before I get started with the point of the live, but I do have to give you guys a disclaimer. Good morning. I have to give you a disclaimer. I have not slept very much. I've slept maybe 6 hours in the last 2 days, maybe. So, yeah, keep that in mind for when I say something crazy, because it's bound to happen sooner or later, and it's more likely to happen when I have not slept. So, all right, first things first, I want to thank Angry Prepper for giving me the shout out in his live stream yesterday. I didn't actually make it for the whole live stream. I was there at the beginning, didn't catch it all, but thank you, Angry Prepper. And so far, we're still on schedule. I will be a guest on the Angry Prepper channel on the 22nd. I'll, let you know exactly what time when that gets closer. So, yeah, I'm going to be over in the hot seat at Angry Prepper. Next, I got to thank Hutch Homestead, Prepper Nerd, and Firestina13, all of you for supporting my coffee habits, joining the coffee club where all the proceeds go to support me not being homeless. So thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Did you guys like my little song there? It's all trusting God's first fault. It really is. It really is, yeah. What is this? This phone's driving me insane with these emails. It really is. All right, next order of business. I had gotten some Christmas cards in the mail. They all went to my P.O. box. I'm going to show you just a few of them. There's one. There's the other one. And this one is covered in glitter, and I'm trying my best not to get it all over myself. You know who you are. But thank you for the Christmas cards. One of the Christmas cards came with an awesome bookmark in it, and I will be using this for my readings. I really will. I like this bookmark. This is awesome. So thank you very much for that. I greatly appreciate that. I had notes, and now I lost them. Where did I put those notes? Oh, they're down there. How did they get down there? That is not the notes I was looking for. All right. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I see you laughing. Look, I got glitter all over me now. I got glitter on my hands. I do need more coffee. You're right. I need lots more coffee. Thank you, Heather Holmes, for the super sticker. I think that is. Is that red coffee? What would that be if it's red? That's weird. Hutch stole my notes. You're right. Probably did. You're probably right. All right, so I want to give a shout out to a channel just because I find his suggestion incredibly interesting. Wine in a coffee mug, yeah, maybe mix some red moonshine in there. They do have red moonshine, and yeah. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to a channel. So this particular person has told me personally through email that he is willing to drink yellow water out of his toilet with a life straw if he hits 1,000 subscribers. So I am posting the link into the chat right now, and the channel is We the People Prepping. So he is going to literally record himself, or I'll see if we can get him to do it live. That would be even more entertaining from my point of view. So if anybody wants to see a guy drink out of his own toilet with a life straw, please go over there and subscribe, because that would just be nasty, to say the least. That would be nasty. So yeah, exactly. All right, another channel I'm going to give a shout out to, my non-biological twin, and that's something I'm not going to explain to you, has finally started posting videos. She has 2 of them online, posting the link to KB Preps right there. So please go over there and invade her channel with all the gremlins that we can. I would greatly appreciate that. So yeah, that would be funny. Gremlins. We'll just spread gremlins everywhere. We'll be like a plague. A Plague of Gremlins. So I am making the gremlin shirt. I really am. Now I have most of it done, but I have to modify the image, and I can't even show you the image because it's blatant copyright infringement. So I have to really put some heavy modifications on the image of the gremlin itself, because I snagged the one right out of the movie. I really did. And I'm not going to be able to use that, obviously. So I'm going to see about, modifying it enough to where it's not a copyright issue, and then get the t-shirt online. So I look like the Avatar character without the blue. Which one? I'm looking at myself now. I'm like, which one do I look like? Because there was several of them. I remember that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Save the straw for better use. Yeah, I was going to suggest that he do it with a Sawyer Mini anyway, because I wouldn't even trust a Life Straw personally. I've seen a lot of bad reviews on Life Straws, and I have a Life Straw somewhere in a box, but I'm probably never use it unless it was like a dire emergency. But Sawyer Mini is my go-to, so I would rather see that personally. But either way, you're going to drink your own yellow water out of your toilet. I mean, that's worth a few subscribers, right? I mean, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not. I mean, I don't trust any of those filters that much. Now, if I was, a couple of days from death, I might consider it, but it would be a great consideration, like a 2-day consideration before I would ever get to that point. Like, yeah, seriously. I'm no. Yeah, see, Sean says it right there. If you can still taste the apple cider vinegar through your Life Straw, then what else are you tasting? Patriot Cowgirl made it back. Hello, welcome back. I seen you earlier. But and I've heard this a lot about Life Straws, that you can still taste, and I've heard it about other filters too. You can still taste whatever the flavor of the dirty water was. For instance, people were drinking out of puddles with rotten leaves and things in there, and they said they could still taste the rotten leaves. That being said, I've also seen someone take a Life Straw and take cow manure water and just pour it through the Life Straw into another cup, and it looked very clean and clear in the other cup. Now, whether or not it tasted like cow crap is questionable, because, like I said, I am not volunteering for that experiment, not now or ever. Hopefully not ever. So yeah, I would greatly recommend Sawyer Minis over Life Straws. I really would. So yeah. All right. So I have a challenge for everybody in here. A lot of you probably will already have done this. I have, but I'm going to do it over just because. I'm going to talk about it in my next Survival Sunday live stream, because I think this counts. So I'm going to challenge everyone, just everyone in general, to read a book. Just the first book of a series, if you have not already done so. The book is called The Borrowed World. It's by Franklin Horton. You can find it on Amazon, I believe. I will see if I can pull the link up real quick and post it in the chat, because I have multiple screens over here, and you're going to hear the clickiness of my keyboard while I do this. And I can't type this morning. There we go. I found it. But yeah, that's a really awesome book. I'll read you the starting point here as soon as I find this link. If I can find the link. Maybe I can find the link. Oh, there we go. Book 1. Link. There's the link. All right, here's the link, and I'll post it in the description in this video or in this live stream after the fact. But there's the link to the book. It's a really good book series. It's A Borrowed World, and it's, I believe, came out in 2015. Now, it's one of the first prepping things I ever actually read or paid attention to, and it has a lot of good information in there, although it goes into a lot of actual items that the guy carries in his bag. Well, it's basically a get-home bag the guy has in the book, the main character at least. And a lot of those are actual real items, but a lot of them at this point are a little out of date because technology has advanced in the last 5 or 6 years since the book was written. So just to read, it was originally published May 12th, 2015, and what Google just has their little summary of a book. It says, If society fell apart, could your family survive? Jim Powell, though he was ready when ISIS operatives unleashed a coordinated attack on America's infrastructure, he found himself in a terrifying predicament. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's a very good book series. It really is. A little bit vulgar in a couple of places, but if you are reading it, you can just read past that if that bothers you. So I would highly recommend it for anybody prepping or anybody into survival or bug out scenarios, get home scenarios. It's an awesome book series. It really is. So I will talk about more and probably give a lot of spoilers about that particular book this Sunday coming up. So yeah, I didn't give you very many days to read it, but a lot of people read a lot faster than I do. So yeah. What's what called, Sean? Didn't I already say the name of the book? The Borrowed World is the first book. And the link is up there somewhere in the chat. Yeah, he does have 2 other book series also. I haven't started either one of them yet. I've been thinking about it, but yeah, finding time to do all that is just, yeah. Happy birthday, James. 56 today. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not 56 today, to be honest with you. Happy birthday. My mother was 56 when she passed away, actually. She had contracted cancer, and yeah, that's what took her from this world. I'm kind of thinking at this point it may have been a blessing for her not to have to live through the crap that we're seeing currently. So, yeah, happy birthday. So if anybody would like to speed read a book and come back Survival Sunday, I will go into some spoilers in it and talk about the scenario that happened in that first book, just the first book, and give my thoughts on it. See, somebody in here was talking about a book club a couple of live streams ago, and it just sounded like a good idea. So I like books. I like prepper survival books, and I can tell you all the ones I've read, but probably can't remember them all right at this particular moment. Like I said, I haven't slept much. Can I hold the cover up? Let me see. I think I have it on my phone. Maybe. I thought I had it on my phone. Maybe. Where did it go? There's the first one. Yeah, it's not showing me the cover. Maybe if I hit the shopping button, it might. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, maybe. Maybe if it'll focus. That's what it looks like. Franklin Horton, The Borrowed World. Just type in a Franklin Horton book series in Google. You'll find it, or use the link I posted. It's the quick way. The link I posted is to Amazon. It has paperback, audiobook, Kindle edition. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's actually free, which I don't. Maybe I do still have Kindle Unlimited because it's telling me I do. I didn't think I did, but apparently I do. So awesome. So anyway, somebody was asking, I forget who it was. Was it Pastor of Reality? Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. Somebody asked why I have handcuffs. It's not why you think. It's not why you think. Now, in my recommendation, in any kind of a survival situation, if you have bad people doing bad things around you, my biggest recommendation is do not restrain those people, because then you're going to be faced with a choice of leaving them there, having them come back later, or that kind of a situation. So my biggest recommendation in a serious SHTF grid down type situation, world without rule of law situation, if you have bad people and you have to deal with them, do not restrain. Yeah, trusting God first. You took the words right out of my mouth. Put them out of their misery. Put them out of your misery, I guess would be the best way to put that. Okay, so why do I carry handcuffs? Handcuffs are good for a multitude of reasons. Handcuffs can be used as a pot hanger. You can hang a pot over a fire with them. They are also really good for locking certain doors. You can put them around a doorknob, and if there's something close enough to it, you can lock it. You can lock gates, fences. You can fix a fence with a pair of handcuffs. You really can. You can do a lot of things besides just restraining people. So I greatly don't recommend restraining people at all in that kind of a situation. But if you were going to do so, I would not waste handcuffs doing that. I would do it with zip ties, just saying. But yeah, it's very unlikely in that type of scenario that you would have a reason to restrain people. Just yeah, double tap. That's yeah. Josh Connor, welcome to the stream. His son tested positive for the you know what yesterday. So I'm sorry to hear that, but I just got to say it's a 99% survival rate at this point, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Unless he had some kind of underlying health issue prior to testing positive. That being said, there are a lot of people that are testing positive. And a certain video I watched, one person took the test 5 times in the same day. He tested positive 2 times, he tested negative 3 times. So, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. We the people prepping, I was just talking about you and your life straw challenge. I really was. Yeah, I posted your link in the description somewhere. It's up there somewhere. So, yeah. Good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. I would highly recommend you use a Sawyer Mini and not a Life Straw. Just my recommendation for you there. Life straws, are, in my opinion only, I would not trust them. Just would not. Josh Connor says he will be okay. He only has mild symptoms, so that's good to hear. It really is. LS Tractor Man, how's it going? I'm shipping it out today. I really am. I didn't get to it yesterday, but I'm shipping it out today. Congratulations on winning the pressure canner, and thank you for being here and being a subscriber. We got to talk about that tractor of yours, though. Is it a Ford? I'm really curious if it's a Ford. More coffee. I like that comment. James says, best survival tool is be open-minded and righteous. And yeah, pretty much that. Open-minded and righteous. That would be probably not the best survival tool, really, but that would be the best life tool. That would probably be a bad survival tool, because if you've read the back of the book, and you know what book I'm talking about, is sitting right here. I'm going to show you because I always do. But if you've read the back of the book, anybody who proclaims faith will be persecuted and likely put to death. Likely. It's an LS brand tractor. Never heard of an LS brand tractor. I have to look that up. I'm glad it's not a Ford. I'm not a fan of Fords, just to be honest with you. Any Ford I've ever driven has had nothing but problems. But I can say that about the last 2 Chevys I've owned also. I have a 99 Dodge Durango, and I've had to fix it myself once and wrecked it once, totaled the person's Hyundai, and drove it back home that same day with a dent in my fender and a busted bumper. But yeah, I completely broadsided that little Hyundai, and it bent the car right in half. Everybody was okay. No injuries. But yeah, I don't like Fords. So, yeah. Nope, I've never driven a Ford. What is that? A I-9000? I assume that's a big Ford. I've driven Freightliners. I've driven Mack trucks. I've driven Volvo semis. I've driven Kenworth dump trucks and semis. I've driven GMC rollback wreckers. Let's see, what else have I driven? I've driven just about everything except for Fords. Yeah, I don't like Fords. Gray Man Prepping is in the house. How's it going? You're going to have to work through the live with the big screen. Well, that's odd. You missed the beginning where I was singing, but I'm not doing it twice. So, yeah. Hope everybody didn't get their ears bleeding from my little song there. I've never driven a fuel truck. I've always thought about getting the endorsement on my license for that, but never actually got around to it. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, there is no increase since 2019 in the death rate. There really isn't. It's just it's all I'm trying to say this without getting banned. It's all a bunch of BS. Never mind. I'll probably get banned. Who cares? But yeah, hey, if I get banned, check me out on Rumble. I also have a backup channel. Both those links are in the description. I keep forgetting I need to post the rest of my Bible studies over on the backup channel so they don't get lost in case I do get banned. So, Yeah, fuel trucks, portable bombs. That is a good idea. Yeah, we should drive one up to Michigan and well, I guess I shouldn't say that either. Uh Pitzer. Does anybody know about Pitzer? Apparently it's the most sued pharmacological corporation on the planet. They've had more lawsuits and malpractice suits than anyone else, so that's just food for thought right there. Pitzer is actually headquartered out of New York, but the name sounds oddly very German to me. Doesn't that sound German, Pitzer? I mean, it's just yeah. Or is it Pfizer? It's Pfizer. That's it. That's what it is. I'm reading it as Pitzer because that's what it says, but it's actually Pfizer. It sounds extraordinarily German to me. Does that not sound German to everyone? Because it sounds German to me. Yeah, 2.3 billion in lawsuits, and what was that just this year? Yeah, it sounds like it came straight out of Germany around the 1940s. It's just the whole name of it really does. Yeah, so they're headquartered in New York, and they're from 1940 Germany. So yeah, we'll just keep that in mind. Oh, the CEO. I was listening to Angry Prepper talk about this. The CEO of Pfizer is declining to take his own vaccine because he wants everyone else to have it first. He thinks other people are more in need than he is. So, yeah, he would like you all to test it for him before he takes it. So, you just yeah, keep that in mind also. I will not comply. Just nope, not doing it. Will not take it. Not happening. Sounds like the name of a German nut grinder. That's basically what they're trying to do to us, Kevin. That's pretty much it right there. Like I said, I've had not enough sleep, so I might just say some crazy things. I mean, if you were reading the chat before I went live, I was already saying some crazy things. So, yeah, yeah, very righteous of that CEO over there at Pfizer not to be taking that shot just because he wants to save it because there's a limited number currently, so he wants to save it for all of us so we can go first. So we got to give him a big thank you hug for that. So if anybody has his address or phone number, just let me know. I will definitely broadcast it all over multiple channels. So yeah, guy's such a nice guy, isn't he? He's awesome. He's an awesome guy. So there are a lot of government officials that are also opting out, I guess is how you could say it. Or, they're not outright blatantly saying, no, we're not going to. What they are saying is the people need it first because we're here to serve the people. So the people should have it before the government officials have it. So, no, no, not from my point of view, but okay. I guess when they're done walking people up on stage like a bunch of monkeys and sitting them down and sticking needles in their arm. I mean, why didn't they test it on monkeys first? Don't they send monkeys into space, or chimps, I guess they are? Send them into space. They do all kinds of tests on them when it comes to making hair care products and um, all kinds of hygiene type tests they do on these animals. So why don't they test these shots on them too, just to see if they survive it? But no, they'd rather test it on us. So, who cares, right? We don't care. Yeah, straight up genocide. We'll start seeing the way it goes really soon because they are already passing it out to a lot of people in all 50 states. All 50 states, healthcare workers are starting to get it. A lot of healthcare workers are leaving their jobs because of it. A lot of healthcare workers are also just outright speaking out against it, but they're being censored so much, so it's really hard to, get that information. But there's going to be a shortage in the healthcare industry, and it is an industry, believe me. There's going to be a shortage in that industry very soon. I'd say within the next month or two, we're going to start seeing a major decline on how many patients can be seen and how many, I mean, where I'm at, there's a doctor's office on almost every corner. There's clinics everywhere. You're going to start seeing a lot of these being understaffed, in my opinion. And this is already starting to happen in my local area. people are just walking out of their jobs because of this. They won't do it. And when I say the healthcare industry, this is as a whole. So we're talking nursing homes, you're talking clinics, hospitals, anything along those lines. I was reading interesting comments in a video the other day about oh, what was it? The masks. The masks. It was from somebody who went to their dentist office, and the mask was actually causing a lot of dental hygiene problems and causing a lot of problems with people's teeth because of, I guess, how it works, breathing in your own CO2. It's just, yeah, it's just not good all the way around constantly wearing the mask. It really isn't. And there's a lot of people that say, well, doctors wear masks all the time for surgery. Yeah, but surgery possibly lasts 3 or 4 hours, maybe. So, yeah, they're not wearing them all day, every day. Well, they are now, but they weren't prior to that. And you got to also remember that a mask that a doctor wears is a lot different than the big piece of cloth underwear that people are sticking on their faces. Hey, the lost product made it. Hasn't been around in a while. Someone had spent money on $500 at Walmart. Wow. So I take it you had identity theft issues. TJ Preps posted a video, what was it, last night, saying she got hacked. Wasn't me. I just want to throw that out there. I didn't do it. I've been busy making pictures. I'd like to show it to you, but I think I might be able to show it just on my phone for a second because it is blatant copyright infringement. I can't exactly use it. Do I actually have it on my phone? I don't think I do. No, I don't have it on my phone. Now, where did I put that thing? No, it's on the computer, so I can't actually show you anyway. Probably a good thing. Prepper Book Club is in the house. I was just challenging everyone to read a book before, as much of it as they can before Sunday, because I'm going to talk about it and give spoilers. The book is The Borrowed World. Franklin Horton is the author. It's a whole book series. I think he's actually still producing those because I think I'm still waiting for another one of those books to come out. But yeah, 1 of 8. I think I've only read 7, so I got to get to the 8th. But yeah, I'm challenging everyone in here to read the first book as quickly as you can because I am going to talk about it Sunday evening on my live stream, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And just I'll probably give quite a few spoilers, so keep that in mind. Yeah, it's a really good book series anyway. Yeah, I wonder if TJ ever got her system back up and fixed. I think she said it was a computer that had been hacked, or no, she said it was her cell phone, I think. So, yeah. So personally, I use different emails for absolutely every single thing. And I use different passwords for absolutely every single thing. And I don't have any of them wrote down anywhere. I remember every single one of them. Sometimes I get them confused and I have to go through like 6 different passwords to log into something that I don't use very often because I don't remember which one I used for that particular login. So, for instance, if it was Facebook, which I haven't had that issue, but if it was Facebook, I would just be typing it like 5 times before the right one came up, and then they'd lock my account and I'd have to go back 30 minutes later and try again. But yeah, it's happened a few times. Sas Survival Book is an awesome book. I have it in my bug out bag or get home bag. It's basically doubles as both. So I greatly recommend having it. If you don't read it, just have it because it has a lot of things in there to reference if you are ever in a survival situation. People think survival situations are like the movies where you're constantly doing something, going somewhere, trying to find your way out. That's not how survival works. Most survival situations consist of somebody sitting in one spot doing absolutely nothing until somebody rescues them. So that's the majority of survival situations. So I greatly recommend carrying the book with you because you will have time to read it if you find yourself in a survival situation, generally speaking. So, yeah, survival situations are not like the movies at all. And they're not fun either because in the movies, and even in some of the books, they're like, oh, they're having a good old time with their survival, right? It's very interesting, entertaining, but it's not that way at all. I could tell you lots of stories from all the survivalists that I've studied. So, yep. Dave Canterbury is a good person to learn from. I will say that much. He's a very good person to learn from. I've watched a lot of his videos. What is it, the Wilderness Survival School he used to run? I'm not sure if he still runs it, but I had considered going to it until he said that nobody was allowed to carry their firearms or their conceal and carry with them in his school, and that's when I decided I was not ever going to it, because I'm not going to be around a bunch of people who are in a mock-up survival situation that I don't know or trust unarmed. That's just never happening. So yeah, opted out of that particular school for that particular reason. So yeah, but Dave Canterbury, still a lot of great information over on his channel. Highly recommend going over there and checking it out if you haven't done so. He was on, what was that, Dual Survival? Was it Dual Survival? What was that show where he got caught lying about his background and got kicked off? From what I heard, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. So I think it was Dual Survival. He was with the guy who always walked around barefoot, and I forget his name, Cody something or another, right? I think it was Cody, a guy with no shoes on. It was a hippie. It was a hippie survivalist with no shoes on. So that's it, Cody Lundeen. Yeah, guy's definitely a hippie though. I can say that much for sure. So yeah. Liz Rambo, how's it going? I like that name. Are you really Rambo? Can you handle it all on your own if it comes down to it? I like that movie, the Rambo movies. Not the last one. No, I like the original one, the old Rambo, the very first one. That was a good movie. The sequels were and that last one they made was just insanity, and it was not even worth the time to watch it. Over 2 feet of the S word has fallen, and we have another 3 or 4 hours at least to go. The S word. Now that brings up a lot of potential words in my mind. I'm trying not to say it because, like I said, I have not had enough sleep. Lost the man, kept the name. Was his name really Rambo? I mean, that might have been a red flag, just to say. I'm sorry. I'm trying to warn you people. I've not slept. I really haven't. If you've watched the movie, Rambo in the very first movie was crazy. The guy was a crazy person. He was like suffering from PTSD, and he just had completely lost his, you know what? He lost it, and then he went on a spree, and people died. So yeah, red flags. Just saying. Sally James, hello. Better late than never. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that. How many people we got in here? 84 people, 55 likes. Please give me that thumbs up if you haven't done so already, because apparently that really helps for something. Somebody told me what it helps with, but I keep forgetting because I don't pay attention to such things. I really don't. So yeah, I appreciate all the thumbs up, or as Angry Prepper would say, you could go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you feel the need. I don't mind either way. So yeah, if there was a middle finger button, he had said this, if there was a middle finger button, I would like that too. So I think they should add a middle finger button to these. I think the Lost Product would probably like the middle finger button quite a bit if he had the option, right? I think he would. Just, thinking out loud here. Patriot Sandwich Maker. Now that is an interesting name. I got a lot of thoughts running through my mind now about that particular name, Sandwich Maker. That reminds me of a joke. Emery King. Has anybody ever heard of Emery King? My interview on the Angry Prepper channel is going to be on the 22nd of this month, so not too far away. When's the 22nd? It's already the 17th, right? So next week, next Tuesday, I got to check exactly what time it is, but hey, I'll figure it out soon. And I have it in an email. I'll have to figure that out. So yeah, but I'll be there for sure. That's going to be a fun interview, I think. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. He likes my hat. I heard him say it in his live stream. He doesn't know why he likes my hat, but he likes my hat. So yeah, he's making my head too big, and it won't fit in this hat much longer if he keeps saying things like that. Yeah, the spam button. I was watching the beginning of that when he was talking about spam and how much he hates spam. I don't really like spam all that much. It's Alaska Prepper has showed up. Hey Rudy, how's it going? That's my big brother right there, Alaska Prepper. Thank you for joining us. I'm having some coffee and just relaxing. I'm challenging everyone to read a book if you want to be in on it. The book is The Borrowed World by Franklin Horton. book one of the series. So yeah, I'm going to talk about it more on Sunday's live stream. So yeah, we'll see. I like the book. Thank you, Sally. I like this hat. This is my favorite hat. My other hat, I only use it when I need light because it has the lights on the front, but I really need to attach a light of some sort to this thing when I can. Uh-oh, Alaska Prepper's baking bread. Now he's already making me hungry just thinking about the last time I watched him bake bread, because did anybody see that video? He bakes some good bread over there. Yep, that just really sounds good now. Now I need some bread. Speaking of that, I went to the doctor yesterday and I was told quite a few things. I have a vitamin D deficiency and K2. So I got vitamins that I'm taking now. If you can see that, these are GNC. Yeah, that's glary. So yeah, apparently I have a vitamin deficiency. So I got this Mega Min whatever multivitamin from GNC also, and that's going to be fun. And then I got some fish oil also, because I'm going to try that out, because apparently I have a thyroid problem, and my the holistic doctor that I went to actually recommended thyroid medication for me for the next 6 months. So that's an interesting thing. But I was talking to some people about just changing the diet. They also recommended a Mediterranean diet and told me I need to exercise more. So, which is odd to me because I go for walks quite often with my bag on my back that weighs about 35 pounds in the winter, about 30 pounds in the summer. And yeah, I go walking a lot with that bag. So I have really strong legs and lower body is really strong. Upper body, not so much. I'm a skinny dude. I really am skinny. But yeah, apparently I need to lift weights or something. I don't know, do push-ups. Anybody have some recommendations? Let me know, because I need them. And some motivation. If you could send some motivation and maybe some extra sleep my way. Apparently somebody's going to mail me Hillary and Biden both in the same box, and I'm not going to open the box. I'm just going to start a fire around it and keep them warm, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can say that in a live stream either, but I did anyway. Let's see, who did I miss? Christina is in the house. Go check out her channel if you haven't done so. I would appreciate it. Go invade her. Tell them the gremlins are coming. She would like that. Jefferson Martial Arts, good morning. Where else? I seen somebody else in here I want to say good morning to. I really did. I lost them though. Are they here? There he is. Colorado Prepper Pack Rat in the house. Thank you for showing up. Prepping outside the box probably would help. Yeah, probably. Josh Connor said Fords are the best. Find on road dead, fix or repair daily, effed on race day. Yeah, I could tell you what they're the best at all day long. I really can. Gremlins. Yeah, don't mess up your bread, Rudy. I mean, that would be bad. Don't mess up the bread. I hope you're recording a video of it, because I want to see and you know, drool on the screen like the last time. Anna Marie, how's it going? Yeah, vitamin D is a deficiency from people who don't go in the sun, people who just, yeah, don't really go outdoors enough during the daylight hours, or when they are outdoors, they wear complete covering so that they don't get sunburnt like certain people. And yeah, found on Russian dock. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sorry, Josh, we're picking on Fords. They're all the same. They really are. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, they're all made in Mexico. So it really just, they're all the same. It really doesn't make a difference. The only difference is how easy it is to get to certain things under the hood. That's really the only difference. I'll just keep taking the pills. It's too cold and gloomy outside here. I don't think I've seen the sun in this state in the last like 4 days, 3 or 4 days at least. So, and yeah, I do like to go camping and boating and things like that a lot. But like I said, I always wear long sleeve shirts. I get this weird rash on my arms when I get the sun on there, and it starts itching, and then I look like I've been doing meth. I've been doing this all day long, and it just, yeah, it doesn't work out for me. So yeah, I'll just stick with the the vitamin pills, which they're very small. So I thought they would be bigger, but these things are tiny, little tiny things in there. It doesn't look, it looks like fish eggs in there, doesn't it? That's caviar. So I will be taking those every day for a while, just until I have the next blood work session where, yeah. So anybody got any ideas about getting around this whole you're not going to be able to go to the grocery store without taking the shot thing? Because that's going to not work out for a lot of people. For me, I don't mind because I can have groceries delivered. Yeah, I've done it before. So Kroger will deliver, Walmart will deliver, Amazon delivers groceries in my area. Yeah, so yeah, that's what she said. Yep, yep, that is what she said. I don't know what she you're talking about, but hey, I'm sure she said it. You're going to get me in trouble on this live stream. It's called a sunburn. No, see, I've had sunburn before, and I've never had that rash before. I actually get a bunch of little bumps all over my arm, and they itch really bad. So it's like sun rash, I think I started getting, and I've never gotten it before. So it's probably from my lack of sun exposure. Maybe it's my vitamin D deficiency that's causing that problem. Well, that's good to know. Vitamin D protects you from, the weird virus that's floating around. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for any kind of delivery business and drive-through business right now. I'm thinking about starting I have a lot of ideas for drive-through businesses. I really do. A drive-through tobacco store would make a killing in pretty much any area. It would make a killing. So somehow get the licenses and the funds to start it up. I would be doing that today. I would, because I know it would just make it, and it would be a very good thing from a prepping standpoint, because you would have cases of, cigarettes and tobacco products on hand, and you would have all the barter items you ever would need. You could be trading that stuff for bottles and cases of water when it really does get bad. Yeah, they have drive-through liquor stores in Texas, drive-through liquor and tobacco stores in Texas, actually. So, yeah, what is it, Tobacco Barn? You can actually get a case of cold beer out of the drive-through when you go there. A cold beer, I'm telling you, they'll hand it right out of the drive-through window to you. That's Texas for you. Of course, I know a lot of people that would do that when I used to live in Texas. They would do that, and yeah, they would be on the road having a couple. Uh, Yeah, it's not actually happening, Sally, with them forcing, and it hasn't happened in the United States. Let me clarify. It has happened in Australia, it's happening in Europe, it's happening in France, and a lot of other countries. In the United States, currently, you can still go into the grocery stores without having the needle, but there's a lot of other countries that you can't. They just won't let you in. They're actually making people wear little bracelets with barcodes on them that people can scan to get access to grocery stores. And people, especially in Australia, that I got a lot of information coming out of there, are so locked down that you're only allowed in certain areas. You're only allowed out of your house for like a couple hours a day or an hour a day or something like that. I don't remember the number exactly, but it's a very limited number. So it's just a matter of time, in my personal opinion, until we start seeing very similar things happen here. Um, the the new administration that's trying to take power in January has already said that they're planning a minimum of a 6-week lockdown. They're planning on more strict mask mandates, and they are planning on, they haven't outright said they're going to force everybody to take it, but they have definitely insinuated that they're going to force everyone to take it. And they've insinuated that they would use the military to force everyone to take it. Now, that being said, there are a lot of military personnel currently taking it because they have no other choice. They have no choice. So there's a lot of military personnel right now getting the shot, and there's nothing they can do to prevent it. So, yeah, it's a bad situation all the way around. It really is, and I just don't know what more we can do. I really don't. Short of, you know, 1776 outright, I just don't know what else there is to do. Any suggestions? Who's leading the army? Because, sign me up. I'm not kidding. Sign me up. The Navy has not made it mandatory. I think the only ones that have made it mandatory are like special forces type people. And I can't guarantee or can't promise you that the information I have is 100% accurate. I can just say it's what I've been hearing from certain sources. So, yeah, I would expect it to happen because they do a lot of things like that to military personnel. And I've heard a lot of stories from military personnel about things they used to make them take and this and that. And yeah, so Biden said he wouldn't make it mandatory. But yeah, I would agree that that's probably not true because he has insinuated otherwise. And like I said, they're not outright saying it, but they're also refusing to take it themselves. So it's like I said, the CEO of the company that's making the stupid thing won't even take it. And he's given BS reasons on why he won't take it, but, he's not taking it nonetheless. So if the guy who's in control of the company making it won't take it, that's a red flag for everyone with a brain, in my opinion. So, yeah. There's a mail truck outside, and it sounds like it's about to die. I mean, I could hear the engine rattling from where I'm sitting, and I'm not that close to the road. And I know it's a mail truck because I have security cameras and I can see it. So, yeah, U.S. Postal Service needs to get more funding, apparently, because that mail truck is just broken. Maybe that's why it stopped there, because it's an odd place for it to sit, especially if they're not delivering me packages. I don't think I'm getting any packages today. Let's see where we at. We have been here for 45 minutes. I'm answering a text real quick because it's funny. So yeah, you guys get to watch me text. How was that? It's just like, being on the road. If anybody's ever driven down the road, you have to wait for the guy in front of you because the light turned green and he won't go because he's got to finish his text. Same thing. That's what we're doing here today. We're just chilling on the live stream, talking about a bunch of randomness, drinking some coffee, and watching me text. So, hey, if anybody wants to hear me sing, it was in the very beginning of the video. Might need some earplugs for it. I don't know. Did it sound good? I couldn't tell you because I hate the sound of my voice. I really do. It's odd because I'm constantly talking and having to listen to myself talk with this YouTube thing. But yeah, here it is anyway. The Lost Product, I'm not going to read that entire thing, but did I hear about the fourth attempt on somebody's life on a voter, witness? Look on Rumble. Yeah, I will go check that out. I definitely will go check that out. Can you tell me where on Rumble? Who posted it? Because I want to go see who posted that. And that's not surprising at all. There's a lot of people that are in fear for themselves that had been posting those videos all over TikTok. They tried to post them on YouTube, but that didn't work. They tried to also post them on Facebook. That didn't work. But posting them on TikTok, it seems to take a little bit longer for them to pull it back down. So I actually seen a lot of those videos on TikTok. So it was interesting. The only reason I started watching it because I think it's a kind of a weird platform. There's a lot of very ridiculous things on there, but there's also a lot of interesting information on there. So one thing I want to note while we're here, I have it somewhere. I'm going to try to build something over the next couple of days and get the video online. My knife throwing skills, not that great. My nunchuck skills are kind of rusty, but I can swing them. But that being said, I have picked up I'd say it's about a 5-foot dowel rod. I think it's a 1/2 inch. And along with that, I bought some broadheads. So what I'm going to attempt to do in a video soon is make something pointy and pokey out of this stick using this thing. Isn't that pretty? Found it on Amazon. Very cheap. I got 6 of them. I don't know why I needed 6 of them, but hey, maybe I'll figure out a way to make it work with more than one, but probably not. Bladed broad. I've heard of that for some reason. Expert knife throwing. So yeah, I don't have any throwing knives. I used to have some throwing knives, and I used to be with them. But yeah, I could probably throw this one if I had to, but it probably hit you sideways and wouldn't be a point to throwing it. I am an expert at throwing freedom seeds. You know, just about in any direction I aim, I can generally hit within about that big of an area, generally speaking, depending on how much sleep I've had and how much stress I'm under. But yeah, I'm an expert at throwing those, really good at it, if you get the meaning there. I like that comment, Christina. She says, you know, David took down Goliath with a rock. What would they do if we started taking out their electronics when it all goes down? So, see, that's a problem for a lot of people, I'd say, in their early teens or early 20s, late teens, or even prior to that. There's a lot of people that are outright addicted to their electronics. And when the grid goes down, if the grid goes down, there's going to be a lot of very panicked people, and the suicide rates are going to go even higher. Dusty Data asked AR or AK. I have AR. Polymer 80 was rated, so I'm waiting for the ATF to knock. Just saying. All right, remember, I didn't talk about this in the self-defense top 5 video I did, but remember, in any kind of a blade fight with something that looks similar to this or bigger, I'd suggest bigger, there is no winner to that. If they have one too, there's no way to protect yourself from one of these things. If somebody's close enough with you with one of these, it's going to hurt, and it could hurt very badly. And so there's really no winner in a knife fight. There really isn't. Which is why I have I'm going to say it's about a 6-foot pole and some broadheads sitting on my desk. Now this thing came in this little pack right here, and I'll post a link to it when I make the thing. And yeah, these are very sharp, very, very sharp. I was impressed on how sharp they are. So I'm going to be making a hunting implement for hunting two-legged creatures. It's going to be for hunting. But I always wanted to build one anyway. And I said in that video, it would be pretty easy to build one yourself. So I'm going to prove the point, and I'm going to build one. These broadheads actually screw in, so I don't have that type of drill bit that could make the threading that I need. So I'm probably going to try to do it with some basic tools that anybody could just find. Just a basic drill and certain type of glue probably. We'll see how well that works out for me. And I will test it on the shed door. Yeah, I'll just throw it at the shed, see if it sticks. It's pretty long, though. I might end up having to cut it down a little bit just because I bought the longest one they had. I figured if I messed up the tip a couple of times, I could chop it off and try it again. Because, you know, I don't read instructions and I just do things. So that'll be fun. The Lost Product says... Yeah, I'm not going to read that because it'll ban me. But yeah, I will check out the You Want Sun. Is that the name of the channel? I will check that out for sure. All right, going back to read some comments here I missed. Yep, I agree. Expect to be cut if you're trying to defend yourself with a blade, that's for sure, or against a blade. So Jefferson Martial Arts says he spent 12 years of his 20 years in the Marines as a second recon Marine, and he can tell you now that people that he's talked to that are still in the military or in the Marines are being told they are getting the shot. So yeah, they really don't have a choice. They really don't. I mean, there's a lot of information and stories about certain times of war in certain areas where people where they were given pills, not told what the pills were, and just told they had to take it. And when you research this, if you look into things like that, this is a common occurrence for military personnel in certain areas during certain times. So it's not ever, from what I can find, it's not ever been a broad thing where every single military person had to do it all at once. But that looks like it's going to change with this particular thing. That is a good suggestion there. Cement it in and screw it. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. But I was going to try a certain type of glue and try to make the hole a little bit smaller than the threads and drill it into the wood a little bit with the glue. I was going to see if I could make it as sturdy as possible, because with the broadhead, it's not the going in part that is the concern. It's the pulling back out. You don't want the arrowhead to yank out of there, because you might need to use it more than once. So yeah, for hunting, right? Hunting. Just, it's for hunting. It really is. What am I going to hunt with it? I don't know. Something. Coffee. So I have a subscriber who likes to send me coffee from time to time. Oh, there it is. And I just wanted to show you guys, this is like the best coffee I've ever had. These are coffee beans. I've showed it before, but yeah, this is my favorite one, the Moonrise. My favorite one. And I'm down to, what is it? This is, yeah, I'm down to 3 other bags, including, or on, this is the 4th. So I got 4 bags, including that one. So I'm getting low. So I'm going to have to figure out how to order some more. I really am. That's good coffee. And if anybody's curious, I just drink black coffee. There's nothing else in here but coffee. And then I guess a little bit of water, but that doesn't count, right? Yeah, I've thought about spearfishing, but I would need a different type of arrowhead for spearfishing. They actually make arrowheads for that, and or spearheads, I guess you could call them. They make a small game arrowheads that you could use for a spear also. So that's a thought I've had. I don't know if I would have any good skill or luck at spear fishing, but hey, I might try it. No Baileys, no Baileys. I do have some adult flavored eggnog in my fridge. I sampled a little bit of it a few days ago, but I don't think I want to put it in my coffee. Thought more like a shot of whiskey, but I don't have any whiskey either. So my poor coffee is just plain. No, my coffee is not yellow. It's not. Oh, that reminds me. I did have a subscriber send me a small bag of coffee in the mail. I'm not going to put it on the screen because people might get the wrong idea. But I would just like to say thank you for the coffee. I appreciate it. Along with the Christmas cards. Blow darts. I've actually have a little bit of experience with those. They're very small. And unless you have like some very potent poison on the end of that thing, it's not going to be very effective. I mean, maybe against a squirrel, but Do I drink moonshine? I actually have some apple pie moonshine in the house. I do. I occasionally sample it. It was very funny when I seen Alaska Prepper try out his apple juice, because that was not juice. That was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the 308. I also like the 30-06. And those are the 2 I have experience with. But yeah. Check out Rumble channel, The Hangman Report, titled Just Don't Talk Like an American, Act Like One. Now, that's a good title. That's a very good title. I will definitely be looking at that. Hey, there's Alaska Prepper. He's still here. Yeah, that was very good juice. Yeah. That was funny, man. I see the look on your face, and you said, what was it you said when you drank that? Oh, it's getting warm down there. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, man, that is not juice. They actually sell that in all the local liquor stores in my area. It's actually apple pie moonshine, and it's a moonshine brand, I believe. It just has a big moonshine label on it. So I have a little bit of it myself in the house, and yeah, every now and then just a little bit, because it's fairly potent. I believe it's 70 proof. So, and those cherries you got too, AP, man, those things were also moonshine cherries. I'm sure you had a very interesting evening after sampling those too, right? You're not going to touch the cherries? Is that a surprise for Victor a little bit later, I suppose? They were too strong for Victor? Really? Now that's a surprising statement right there. That's a surprising statement. We got to get Victor over here for a live stream. Just me and Victor, just once. We'll make it a Christmas special. You got to talk him into it for me because he looked a little nervous when I said it in your Patreon video. For those of you who didn't know, Alaska Prepper, when he did his giveaway, had an after party giveaway on his Patreon, a live stream just for Patreons, and it was very interesting. Victor was there for that one too, and I challenged Victor over there to come on my channel for a live stream, and he looked a little nervous when I said it and kind of like didn't say much. So I think I made Victor quiet for one just brief moment, just one brief moment. So, but it would be fun. It would be a fun live stream if we could talk him into it. I don't have a clue what we would talk about. Probably vodka. We would talk about vodka the whole time. Just for fun. More coffee. Prepper Book Club. He says, use those cherries for fire starting. I'd like to see that experiment. I want to know if it's possible. Yeah, it tastes good in moderation. I agree with you there completely. It does taste good, but only in moderation. And I tell you, you got to have something else to taste with it in my personal experience because it goes in a little rough, just saying. So a chaser is definitely recommended. Recommended highly by me, at least. But my drinking is minimal, to say the least, very minimal. So yeah, I'm a lightweight. That's how you put it, right? You're a lightweight. That's me. I'm a lightweight. Somebody kick you? We the people prepping, don't kick him. He's not a troll. I mean, he's willing to drink his own, yellow toilet water with a life straw. We have to not kick him, please. Anyway, yeah, watch what Christina says. She is the moderator. You gotta behave around here, guys. Gotta behave. There's ladies in the house. We have to show respect. Things that people have lost touch of since, I don't know, 1950 or 60 or something like that. But we really should go back to showing people respect. Now, that would work both ways because I was watching Bill Burr the other day, and he was saying that you'll never find a feminist in a house fire. And if you want to look up the joke, I'm not going to try to tell it because I would ruin it. But if you want to look up the joke, I encourage you to go do so because, yeah, just look up Bill Burr talking about feminists. It's hilarious, in my opinion. KB Preps is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Go over there and raid her channel. She's got a couple of videos up. Raid her channel with gremlins. All of you, do it. Raid her. So, good morning. Well, we're a little over an hour into my just randomness here. One more time, I would like to challenge everybody here. I'm going to talk about this book on Sunday's live stream, 6 p.m. It's called The Borrowed World. It's the first book in the series. It's by an author named Franklin Horton, and I will encourage everyone to read it because I'm going to give a lot of spoilers on my Sunday live stream, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So, yeah, anybody have any questions they would like me to answer? I will be on here for about 5 more minutes, and that I have to call it. So, yeah, any questions, please put them in all caps, and I will and I will try my best to answer them. Yeah, I was texting again. I'm texting while I'm live streaming. Maybe we should get somebody to do a live call one day. We'll see if we can get a Alaska Prepper just to call my phone. We'll have a live call in. What is it? Marfugal does that. Marfugal News. Does anybody check that out? I've tried to call in like, I don't know, 100 times, and I can't ever get through. I've tried. Can't say I didn't try, though. Right? Be Charming wants to know if I have children. No, I have gremlins. Yes, I have a few of them roaming around. Just a few. Sean's going to call me. That'll be interesting. I'll definitely make that happen for the next live stream. That would be fun. I'll do live call-ins. Maybe I should get one of those Google phone numbers that I can delete rather easily for when I start getting random weird calls. I know of a YouTuber who did that. He gave out his phone number on his description, and he started getting all kinds of weird calls. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Do I know about the strong CME that's supposed to hit tomorrow? I've been told that that was supposed to hit last Friday. Was that this Friday? Because I thought it was last Friday. Maybe I got my Fridays mixed up. Yeah, I have heard about it, but I didn't think that it was happening until, or I thought it was already happened because I was told that you were going to be able to see the aurora all the way down to the Carolinas. So, yeah, I will look into that. If that is happening tomorrow, the government was talking about shutting down major areas of the power grid during this thing to try to preserve the power grid. Don't know how true that is. That's all just a bunch of rumors, in my opinion. But yeah, we were supposed to have a CME, a coronal mass ejection, basically a solar flare, supposed to be heading this way. And I thought it was last week, but hey, maybe I was wrong. This is just fun. I'm having fun texting. Don't get me started. Like I said, I'm like the guy in front of you when you're waiting at the red light and the light turns green and he's still sitting there finishing his text before he goes. That's me today because I haven't slept enough. I'm drinking too much coffee. And yeah, I can say just real quick that I've never seasoned my cast iron as well as I did when I cooked the chicken in the video the other day. That cast iron, after frying the potatoes and the green beans in that oil, is more seasoned and better seasoned than it has ever been. So it's a very interesting thing, that side effect that happened. So there have been several CMEs, I assume recently. I have heard of quite a few of them happening. So yeah. Um, I think that goes against the grand solar minimum, doesn't it? Or are we just in a break from the solar minimum to a bunch of solar flares? I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much. So, yeah, not sure. Yeah, a lot of people are saying on the chat here that it was last week. So, yes, a seasoned cast iron pan is very awesome. I cooked some eggs in that thing this morning. Nothing stuck at all. Yeah, it was very well seasoned after using it on the grill. It did smell like a campfire when I put it on the stove, though. I started smelling campfire, and I was thinking, man, I should go camping, but not today. It's supposed to rain all weekend where I'm at. We had snow yesterday. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground out there, but yeah, by I think today or tomorrow, we're going to be back in the 40s and raining. So that'll be fun. Now we'll have floods again. Sally, CMEs are coronal mass ejections, otherwise known as a solar flare. It's basically the sun getting mad at us, I guess. Yeah, Alaska Prepper will explain it way better than I just did. So a CME can actually cause basically an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. An electromagnetic pulse can completely fry electrical power lines, which could potentially shut down the power grid. It's one of many reasons to prep, one of many reasons, but EMP or solar flare type situation is a lot of people's main reason for prepping, because there's a lot of questions on whether your vehicle will still work. And I can tell you, if you have a computer controlled transmission, it's very unlikely, in my opinion, that it would still work, depending on the severity of the EMP itself. But it's also pretty well guaranteed that if it was bad enough, most satellites would get taken out by it. Some of them are, military style satellites, probably are better protected than your basic cell phone satellites, but still, it's pretty much a guarantee that cell service is going to be disrupted if something like this happens. Now, all of the cell phone towers have backup generators that run off of diesel fuel. These backup generators, obviously, with their diesel fuel, have a very limited amount of time that they could stay on, and they are not a priority to get back online if we did have a grid down situation. They are really not the first priority of the government whatsoever. They don't care if you talk to the people that you know. They don't care because they still have alternate means of communication, such as two-way radio style things. Ham radios is my biggest recommendation. So if they do it, we should do it. You know, you should see everything they do, pay attention to everything they do, and do the same thing, because they, for, you know, as all the bad things you can say about our government, you can say a lot of bad things about them, but they are very well prepared for a lot of very different situations. So that's the plus there. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now, go back to looking at emails and text messages and a couple other things I had to do today. And I'm going to attempt to build a spear for hunting. It's for hunting. It really is. Hunting spear. I'm going to attempt to build that in a video either later today or sometime tomorrow. So if I don't have that up this week, I will definitely have it up next week. And I'm planning on making a Patreon video at some point today, just a little quick thing that I'm not going to tell you about. So if you're interested in that, go check me out on Patreon. Yeah, shameless plug. If you haven't seen my newest t-shirt yet, I have made it. I have made the Licking Doorknobs Since 2020 t-shirt. That's on my Teespring account. I even made a mask out of it, which I've already sold one mask. So I hope the person who's getting that mask is very happy with it, because I'm sure that's going to go over really well wherever they are wearing that mask. So, yeah. Anyway, I have to go, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching and all the support you give to the channel. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, a very blessed day, and I'll see you next time.